Hello Libra, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy Libra. We are going to get into the archetype deck. I'm going to look at your energy and an energy outside of you as well, Libra. Libra. Oh, we have it in the reverse. It's the networker in the shadow. Conveys information only for personal gain. Spreads fear and falsehood. That's interesting. There could be some information here that you are sharing, conveying to other people for a personal gain. But this personal gain could create fear and, well, things that are untrue. Libra. What is the energy outside of you? Is damsel in the light. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. So if the networker was in the light, it would be enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. There's no empathy here. There's somebody here that you don't feel sorry for, or you don't, possibly, I don't know, I'm just saying with the cards, you don't care about their feelings. Okay, so with this shadow, it feels too like someone who shares part of a story. It's giving me the vibe of someone who shares part of a story. So I'm going to jump into this as I need to. If you feel that you need to flip this energy, then flip the energy. But I know, Spirit, I trust Spirit, that there's at least someone coming to this reading who needs to hear it, in that it's them, okay? So, because this energy is someone who I feel leaves details out of whatever information it is that they're sharing, right? Because they're conveying information for their own personal gain. So if there's something that has gone on here between yourself and another person, I want to say it's you're leaving out, right? Or maybe you and this other person have ended up on different sides of an outcome or some type of truth. And it's kind of like, well, you know, if you're sharing information here, it's like, you know what, don't trust that person. I'll tell you what they did to me, or I'll tell you what happened here. But it's like, well, maybe they did do that, but why did they do it? What, like, you know, and I mean, if it's something that was illegal or immoral, yeah, like you, for the most part, regardless of what someone else does to you, you shouldn't really step into that boundary. But maybe it's just like saying, you know, that person's not a good friend, or this person is not a good spouse, or this person is not a good pet owner, or whatever it is. But it's like, I feel like that there's something here that's been left out. And it has something to do with you. Like what you did to cause this, or what you did to cause that person to react that way. You know, like it's almost like before, let's say 2 weeks from today, there's going to be like a get together with some friends or people that you mutually know with another person. So this other person who I don't know, and maybe it is this person over here, you could do or say some things to that person that would cause them to react towards you in what you may feel is a negative way. But it's because you did something to this person. So of course they're going to react to you in a negative way. And so you get the reaction of that person, but almost without thinking about, well, what is it that you did that caused that person to react that way, or to behave that way, or to indicate that they don't trust you, or to indicate that they feel like they need to be straightforward and upfront with you, and they need to not mince words because you're not getting it. So they will tell you straight up what is going on between you and you're like, wow, that person is really rude. Like, what's going on there? Okay, so remember, if you need to flip this, you can flip it, but So that you just take that response. You're like, I can't believe that person would talk to me like that. Or I can't believe that person would actually do that. Or that if, or even like if you did something wrong to this person and maybe you tried to apologize, you tried to make amends or help them out or something like that, and the person's like, I'm not accepting that, I'm sorry. That's very nice, but thanks. No thanks. Because maybe there's some sort of trust broken. And is that person's right to maintain that boundary. Then it's almost, okay, so here we're still going with the story. And then it's almost like, okay, you know you're going to be at a party, you're going to be together with this person and some other people. So you start preparing because you're like, I don't want to be seen in a negative light. So you start, it's just dropping little hints. I was out with so-and-so the other day and their behavior was a little bit weird, to say the least. It was a little bit weird. I don't know what's going on with that. And people are like, well, what? What do you mean? What was a little bit weird? And well, no, I don't want to say anything. But I'm like, what? Tell me. Come on, just tell me the truth. Like I hang out with them too. I do stuff with like, what? And then you say, you know what? They were just like downright rude to me. I did this and that for them. This person, I'm not looking for thanks, but this person didn't even like say thank you. And I don't know, I'm like channeling this reading. And they didn't even say thank you. I feel like they're just kind of into relationships and things just for themselves. That's all that they're concerned about. Just maybe that's just what happens. I don't know. Just with me. So now you've created with maybe some other people here. Those people are now like looking at this other person with a different set of eyes. And so because of that, they could approach this person, whether they are aware of it or not, in a somewhat baited fashion. They might be baiting this person to see if they do react that way. And this person could maybe put up some type of defense towards those other people because they are aware that they are connected to you and they already know that something has gone down here between you and them. So yes, of course they're going to be untrustworthy. But see, that's where I'm going here, is that sparks fear and falsehood. The people that you would be talking to prepare for some type of get together, right? You want them to be a little, it's sparking fear in those people. They're like, wow, so I don't know, something we can't trust, the whoever, the cross watcher, that's what that is. So right, like it's sparking that. And falsehoods, spreading fear and falsehoods. That's the part here that I find interesting, because only telling part of the truth is not telling the truth, right? Only telling one side of a story is not the whole story. So then it's kind of like, so then, okay, we go into that 2 weeks later, you go into this get together and that person is there and these other people that you may know mutually with this person are also there. And this person is not talking to you. They are not giving you the time of day. They are not, So the other people can see that you are getting the cold shoulder and they kind of make their way across and they start, but like I said, it's because you've sparked fear and falsehood in these people. So they're already going to approach that person with body language, questions, something feels off. And this person has already been through something, so they're going to be a little bit off. And so now those people could believe, I don't know. All right, I'm honoring the cards and I'm honoring the story because this is in the reverse. But then this person over here is in the light. And this person understands the nature of healthy romance. So this could even be something romantic here. And maybe this person has not felt comfortable with romantic advances that you've shown towards them. Maybe this person is just not interested in you romantically. And that would be their right. That would be anybody's right. So, and it inspires you to rely on yourself. That's who this person is. This person may also, if there's something that's gone on here between you and this person, and they have realized here that there's maybe some type of unhealthy codependency or toxic exchanges that are expected in this. It's like, well, if I behave in this way, it's okay because I do this for you. So we just have to acknowledge that that's the equal give and take going on here. But this person is like, I'm going to rely on myself. I want to say it might even, it's coming across like it might feel like a slight to you if this person is relying on themselves. Because look at, you see how these cards, like they've turned their back and they're like, no, I will do it on my own, thank you. But I'm really getting this, like, you are not telling the whole story. You are only telling the story that excludes why this person is behaving that way. What's the underline? Scribe in the upright, followed by exorcist in the reverse. So scribe in the upright is preserving knowledge and information. Exorcist in the shadow is fear of facing your own demons. That would sound like this. It's like if you act a certain way towards a person, you're going to get a certain response. And that's how it goes. It's kind of like, right? That's how life goes. So if you feel like that person's response is not justified, it is because you don't recognize the implications of your own unhealthy behavior, that there are ramifications for it and there are consequences for it. When things within ourselves are dark and shadowy, and we don't want to face these demons, we don't want to acknowledge that, wow, I could be a bad person, or there could be times when I behave this way because it's triggering something in me. That's the shadow work, right? Like that is the shadow work, because none of us are perfect. And all of us can be bad on a day sometimes. But you see, then that's the thing, because we can also step back and say, I understand why that person was acting that way because I was doing this. And then we can own up to it and we can have a conversation with that person and say, I understand if you don't trust me. I don't deserve your trust. I'm recognizing what it is that I've done wrong. And I'm going to just try to make it better. But the only thing that can make something better, see, words can be cheap. Words are very cheap. I'm talking my blah, 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 blah. I can say anything I wanted to say right now. But if I don't follow that up with action, it's worthless. It doesn't mean anything. So I don't like, because this is not far off from the gossip card, right? Like when it is in the reverse. But because, well, the gossip card is sharing other people's information to the advantage of yourself, when that's kind of like in the shadow, right? But you are, it's conveying information only for personal gain. Spread fear and falsehood. But I think that's the thing here. It's only for personal gain. Like it's not yours. There's the part here where you need to be accountable and you're not. Because you want to look good. You don't want to acknowledge that you have demons or that you have a dark side or that there's a part of you that is not always easy to get along with. There's a part of you that could be controlling or manipulative, whatever it could be, right? So, now, if the damsel was in the shadow, and it's not for this person, waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. I don't know. I'm really getting the feeling here that this is either like somebody you want them to be your friend or you want them to date you or something like that. Like, it's like, why are they not? Because it's their choice. I don't know. And I would say none of us are for everybody. So there's that, but I do feel like that there's something else. There's more than that here. And that's the part that you probably don't like. Because I'm going to say, you know that this person is likely justified to react in whatever way they do. I don't know, like it's just giving me this vibe like you're making something up about somebody. And maybe you are truthful in terms of how this person has reacted to you, or maybe if this person ignores you or whatever, but you're not being honest about why. What, we really came into this reading big and hard and fast here. All right. Okay. What personal gain are you trying to get? What personal gain are you trying to get? you're trying to deflect. I find this is such an interesting Seven of Wands, because it's like all of this coming is like pushing it towards someone else. You're trying to deflect. You're also trying to protect yourself. You're trying to protect a wound or a demon here. Personal gain. The personal gain that you were trying to get from this is protection. I'm feeling like there's some type of persecutor victim energy going on here. Because there is a type of persecution that I would connect to what I've just spoken about in the examples that I've given. But persecuting another person to victimize yourself and get the protection. Get protection from others. Get support from others. What information are you conveying for this personal gain? What information are you conveying for this personal gain? The Knight of Swords. How does, I want to say like maybe how this person like impulsively reacts to you. I'm not going to lie. This is feeling like I feel like who I'm talking to would be described as a narcissist. like the scenarios that have come out, if you're not a narcissist, this is narcissistic behavior. Right? Like it's even like strategizing and planning ahead for someone to react a certain way or for people to look for a certain reaction in a person. I'm going to get them to look for this reaction in that person. And then when we're all together, I know exactly what to do to get that reaction from that person, which will prove my story and my idea about what is going on here, right? Because the Knight of Swords is the information that you are conveying. This person is reactive. This person doesn't think before they say things or do things. They're just impulsive. Maybe something happened that seemed very impulsive to you. It wasn't. I'm going to guarantee you, based on the cards that have come out here, that there is something that you did that led up to whatever this person's reaction was to you. And you don't put that in there, or you don't look at it. You don't want to look at it. What fear are you trying to spread? The Nine of Cups. Now that's interesting because I don't get this very often, but it can be connected to the Nine of Cups, drinking. So you could be saying that this person is drinking when they're not. They're reactive. See the way that they react? So they must be drinking. You may want to spread fear about what. So, okay, let's say there's someone else here who's trying to get to know this person. You might be trying to spread some fear here about what this person's dreams could be, or what, you know, their happiness. They're not really happy, or spread fears about what people dream about, what they hope for. What is the falsehood that you were spreading? So what is a full-on lie? Is it just the exclusion of information so that a story is completely one-sided? Or is there something here that is actually being, like, if the person said this, you said that they said that? Oh, Jesus, the Seven of Swords? Who's the sneaky one here? That's the falsehood. Who is the sneaky one here? I feel like when I get readings like this, I've suddenly become like, well, I don't know, older, talking to like a little kid. I mean, like, okay, who is the sneaky one? Who's the sneaky one? All right, so this person is the damsel in the light. They understand the true nature of healthy romance. I do feel, you know what? I feel like this is something romantic here, Libra. Somebody has either rebuffed you or they don't need your help. That's the other way this comes across, right? Like if this is a friendship or whatever this could be, they don't need or they don't want your help. Everybody has the right to that. And they are in like a healthy, their energy is healthy. So the fear that you're spreading is who's the one who's actually sneaky. Understanding the nature of healthy romance. How does this person understand that? How do they come to understand the nature of healthy romance? The Ace of Pentacles. Oh, remember I said a little earlier on, I said, you know, words are cheap. What is it that the words that we speak as opposed to the actions that we take? When we don't take any actions, our words mean nothing eventually to people. They will. Some people you might be able to get away with that for a while. I want to say this person is also relying on themselves for possibly maybe a new beginning. So the nature of healthy romance. If they can hold it in their hands, they will believe it. If you just talk shit, they will not believe it. Inspires you to rely on yourself. How is this person inspiring themselves? How is this person inspiring themselves? Wow. Justice. And not, you know, I mean, it's your card, but you're not that. Whoever I'm like picking up in this reading, you're not. And the cards have just over and over and over again said that. So they are inspiring themselves by executing justice. Or maybe this is like some sort of legal thing here. And you're like, I don't understand why this person is doing that. Well, who's the sneaky one here, right? Like that's the thing. How are they relying on themselves? So justice to help, and it could be something legal. By having, I don't know, maybe, oh my God. Is this person like trying to get a court order against you or like trying to get, what is that called? You know, you gotta stay away. You gotta stay so many feet away or something like that. How are they relying on themselves? Wow, the Hierophant. Interesting. Maybe they're good at math. Maybe they're good at, is that like algebra? Fucking, I don't know. It's like math is so hard and then they add letters. I'm like, where does that come from? When did we start adding letters? But anyways, how are they relying on themselves? They're going to, I want to say they're teaching themselves. They're teaching themselves on how to rely on themselves. That's their justice. And the Ace of Pentacles. This person is following through with like a healthy behavior of how I'm going to rely on myself. I'm going to teach myself how to do this. I'm going to make myself a new beginning. I'm going to maybe even use any laws or legalities that I need here. I'm going to build, also it's building, I want to say balanced karma. Let's look at your demons, shall we? Let's look at the demon. What is the demon here that you are not facing? What is the demon here that Libra is not facing? The Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take here. When we're, how to be charitable? There might be something, I don't know, like, well, her legs out. It could be kind of like, well, if I'm sexy, that should be enough. So I don't know if that's maybe for some of you. I mean, it could be reversed. It could, well, yeah, I said that, but it could be like the damsel kind of looks like it would be a woman, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be a masculine energy over here, and they're not interested in being in a codependent relationship. You want equality and fairness in that relationship. And well, yeah, for some guys it's good. It's enough for someone to be absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. And for some women, that's also not enough to be seen that way. So it depends, right, on who you're dealing with and what is acceptable. And there could honestly be something here between you and this person where that is the difference. And it could be. Equal give and take, equal sharing, being charitable. The Six of Pentacles can also be like a breadcrumbing energy. Just giving just enough. You don't need to know everything that I have here, but I'll give you just enough. So there could be breadcrumbing that has gone on here in the past. I say in the past because it looks like to me that this person is not, their back is turned to you. But there's, I don't know, I just heard smear campaign. Like just the way this person is like flinging out this stuff here, you could be engaged in some type of a smear campaign. Again, who's the person being sneaky? Why do you have a fear of facing this demon? There's a sense of not, I don't know, maybe not being charitable? A sense of not, why do you have a fear of facing this demon? The King of, because it would tell you the truth of who you are. The King of Swords. This is clinical and unfeeling. Maybe you really don't have any feelings for this person, which is funny. Well, you don't. The only cup card that has come out here is the Nine of Cups, but that's connected to the fear that you try to spread. So when someone else is happy, that might trigger you. And you need to believe that you're right with the King of Swords. The Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups is at the bottom. That's interesting because I am getting this vibe here of, well, I guess the networker card of like you're talking to other people. So that's what I have. That's what I have. That's what came out. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, you know, this could be interesting. I'm going to ask what you don't know about the other, the damsel, and I'm going to ask what the damsel doesn't know about you. There, it's okay. I know. The link to the extended is in the top of the description below this video. Thank you so much, Libra, and everyone else who came to this reading. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.